I told them 9 because normally it takes around 1 hour, but we are a little bit ahead of schedule. I know that Spirit is ready. MaxPax does not seem to be ready yet, but we'll just save a couple minutes. We can do a little chitty chat. Ooh, look at this, by the way, guys. Battle.net. The man already wrapping us. Bask GG. Looks good. That looks good. I think you mean 1-3-0 left. Hopefully not. I can't really imagine this being a 3-0 with the shape that these two guys are in. If it is a 3-0, who is 3-0ing? I would lean a tiny bit towards MaxPax just because I always believe in MaxPax, but he did recently get bopped by Gabe in a final 2 weeks ago on a Monday night. But yeah, after that he already defeated Bjorn again, so Spirit is on fire, but MaxPax has also been on fire for a long time. I'm leaning towards MaxPax, but we'll see. I don't think that a Spirit who just 2-0'd Reynor and 3-0'd Gabe is going to get 3-0'd. That would be very surprising, but you never know. It is TVP after all. But yeah, it seems like we have to wait for a little bit, guys, because MaxPax is not here. I can't blame him for it, because I told him 9. So, if it was past 9, I'd be like, okay, MaxPax, let's get it going, but he's not here yet. I'm sure he will be here soon. If it takes a lot longer, we can always do a ladder game in between, but for now, I'll just wait for a split second, and we'll just take it from there. Ruddy game. We can do a ruddy game, but I want to make sure that I can find MaxPax. But he's not online on Discord either. I feel like most of the time, he's always online. How come you always have a top-tier Zerg player in your team, Mr. Ruddy? Because I'm low-key a member. I low-key am a member of the you-know-what. Open Pokemon cards. I don't have any, unfortunately. Thank you, by the way, Glaved Inept for the 6 months saying, love the Big Brain Bouts streams. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I've been absolutely loving it. There are infestors sharking around my house, guys. I'm neuroparasited. Don't trust me. You guys have seen Memento. Don't trust his lies. Whenever you hear me talk about Zerg not being all that powerful, don't trust me. What's my favorite map in the Neil pool? I don't know if I truly have a favorite. I have noticed that when I load into Dragon Skills, I'm excited. When I load into Grassvon, I get excited. I would say it's one of these 3. Dragon Skills, Grassvon, or Ancient. I think Neo-Humanity is not bad, but it's not my favorite. Royal Blood, not my favorite. So it's... Oh. Okay, maybe they have already vetoed. Any chance for a Pylon show or some kind of a chat show before Katowice for power ranking? You know, mate, that's a great question. I am not the right guy to ask that, because I am no longer in charge. I haven't been in charge this entire year of the Pylon show, or the previous year even. But I do think there is a good chance that you guys will have a Pylon show before Katowice. I've heard it through the grapevines. When I went to the local supermarket today in Zuidland, I heard them talk about a Pylon show. And last time around, I went to the supermarket. They were talking about the new patch and the new maps hitting the ladder. So Zuidland seems to know what's up. And I think there's a good chance you guys will get a talk show. I think they have their own channel these days, right? Is that correct? It's just Twitch. Or is it on Cobra's channel? I'm not sure. It's either on the Pylon show. Ah, okay. There is a dedicated Pylon show channel, but it's brand new on Twitch. So it's either on Cobra Venom's channel or it's on the Pylon show's channel. It's one of the two. But if that happens, I will definitely talk about it on my own streams. I'll tweet about it, so keeping a close eye on all of that. It's interesting that Spirit and MaxPax managed to do their vetoes, while MaxPax refused to join the channel. But that works for me. And we also are a couple minutes away, as you guys know, I'm a football fan too, of Man City against Arsenal. Pretty big game tonight. I know it's not for the Premier League, but it's still kind of exciting. Actually, it's at 9. I thought it was at 20:45, but it's apparently at 9. Big match. Another Haaland hat-trick. Within your deck, any favorite Pokemon cards you have or the ones you find most awesome? I mean, the ones that I think are the most awesome are just the very old cards I have that I collected when I was a kid. So I've had them for like 20 years at this point, right? 20 plus years. We have an OG Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise. A couple of the cards of the Team Rocket set back then are pretty. When it comes to the new ones, don't really have a favorite yet, but I am definitely excited to see Wardy and Kalaris in Poland and open a whole bunch of cards with them. It's one of my new favorite little nerdy traditions, where we sit down in the restaurant, we order a couple beers, we have some pizza, and then it's the opening Pokemon card session. Oh, you regret that, Super Mario. I know you regret that. Who's my favorite co-caster for big events? I mean, the answer always was Jeff. And in these days, I would have actually probably said DeMusliM. So it's really sad that obviously neither of them is going to be at Katowice. But there's not really anybody that I don't enjoy casting with. So that's the big positive. But yeah, it sucks for me personally that Benny is not there. Not just for the times on camera, but also off camera. I always spend a lot of time with Ben. He's very fun to have dinners with. He's very fun to have a beer with. So I will definitely miss Benny. Do you know why they didn't invite Damu? I don't know exactly, but because they don't tell me that. But obviously the lineup is what the lineup is, and yeah, they selected other casters over Ben. So I would not have done that. I would have found a spot for Ben, but yeah, that's just me. And I know that I'm a bit biased in the manner because he's a very great friend of mine. But I just like working with Ben, and I think he deserves it. He's an incredibly good StarCraft 2 player still. Obviously, he's a great Age of Empires player. He was a great Warcraft 2 player. I just feel like Ben knows RTS. So, hey. We did not have Aces ROG in 2022. All right. MaxPax writes me, hey. Hello, MaxPax. How are you doing, Prince? Sorry for the waiting time. No worries. We are early. We are early. Not your fault. Take your time. I guess the man was deep into a ladder game, guys. 17 minutes into a ladder game. He's been too vocal against lurkers. The Cabal got to him. Yeah, that's true. Maybe it is the Cabal that got the best of Ben as well. But yeah, no, I will miss Ben. That is just... I'm not gonna hide that. I'm allowed to have an opinion too. And that's my opinion. I will miss Ben. But I think Katowice will be awesome regardless. And I think all the commentators that will be there are obviously all very good. They're all talented. And I get along with all of them. So it's not that I'm gonna have a bad time right now. It's just... I love working with Ben. That's just me. Alright. We waited for a little while, guys, but our players are ready. 2 players that are absolutely red hot at the moment. MaxPax, our OSC champ. Spirit, the reigning European weekly champ. Seems that you guys are leaning heavily towards favor of MaxPax, but the predictions are still open. If you have a lot of channel points, feel free to put those channel points on Spirit right now. I think you're getting great odds. Let's go ahead and hop into the main event of the evening. The 15th edition already of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts.
Let's get it on. Round 1, fight.
In the bottom left side of Royal Blood, to kick off our main event, we are looking at the main base of the man who won the weekly last Monday. And he didn't just win it, he absolutely dominated it. A 2-0 over Reynor and the first ever historic 3-0 over Gabe. After they played like 15 best of 5s, it was the first time ever he had a 3-0 over Gabe. This is our Polish Terran Spirit, representing Kaisi Gaming. And in the top right side of Royal Blood, we are looking at the main base of our Prince of Denmark. Had a tough time against Gabe 2 weeks ago, but he already set that record straight. If anybody has any doubts about his PvT, he is the reigning OSC yearly champion, and he did that by defeating Beyond. This is the Prince of Denmark, Psystorm Gaming's MaxPax. A lot of Psystorm Gaming tonight, by the way. I don't think anybody can say that I'm not showing any love to Psystorm, because 3 out of 4 series had a Psystorm Gaming tonight. Psystorm Gaming player. I am red hot. That's a very sweet bag of smiles, but I don't believe it. But I'll take it. I don't believe it, but I'll take it. I can't go to Katowice, but I bought a ticket. Is there anybody knows? Yes, you can just join the Discord, mate. !Discord. We'll give you a link to my Discord. And I'm quite positive that you can still sell your Katowice ticket there. I think there are plenty of people who are still looking for one. So try that, and if that doesn't work, you can always try Reddit. If that doesn't work, try some of the other StarCraft 2 members that have a big Discord. We are 15 minutes ahead of schedule, yes. That is correct. Shame you can't make it though, mate. I do really think that this Katowice is going to be special. I'm actually very hyped. And I'm not saying that because I'm casting or I'm supposed to say that. I am legitimately hyped. I'm looking forward to all of it. The open bracket, the closed bracket, the new setup as well. I know that we are not in Spodek. Some people are sad about it. I think it's going to be a good change. Because I much rather see a full audience and everybody being very excited over StarCraft than sitting in a 15,000 arena with 1,000 fans. Like, I much rather have 1,000 out of 1,000 seats filled up than have 1,000 out of 15,000 seats filled up. So I personally think that it will all look very good, and I think the hype will be real, and I think the passion will be there. Seems like we're gonna go for the Clem special, as I like to call it, and that is the Hellion drop. The problem with Hellions is that they are not particularly great in fighting adepts in the beginning of the game, and MaxPax is already here, already taking out 2 out of the 4 Hellions, and that Marine, oh my goodness, you're joking. The Marine dies too, the adept lives. It's not a good start for Mr. Spirit, guys. Is not a good start for Mr. Spirit. This adept might still fall. Yeah, this adept should fall against these 2 Hellions. Now, the good news is that maybe there's less firepower at home. The bad news is that this Hellion drop now just arrives a whole lot later. Because it's not the first 4 Hellions that are going to get dropped. It's Hellion number 5 and 6. Do we have a battery in the main base? We don't. MaxPax has to know that there is a very good chance that it's going to be a Hellion drop. He knows. Because he's the prince, he knows. But this could still find damage. This could still find damage. Only 2 Stalkers. Guys, I'm predicting 9 workers going down. And now I'm going low. It could actually be 15. Oh, this is going to hurt, man. This is going to hurt. Spirit with an absolutely phenomenal start here in the end. 9 probes go down. Looking at 12. Looking at 14. Make it 16. Sweet baby Jesus. Make it 17. Make it 18. No. 17 probes. Oh, MaxPax. Well, now you guys can put your channel points on Spirit. Huh? Is this what you guys were waiting for? Spirit to have a great start in game number 1? 3-1 underdog? I am actually shocked to see that did that much. I know that MaxPax lost to adepts. Okay, you could still counterattack with Blink Stalkers. There's only 1 tank. Yeah, but I mean, that's so many probes. That is... Alright, Eba, where are you at? Throw those 100,000 points at Spirit. And oh, okay, forward Blink. Only gets an SCV, that's not great. MaxPax in trouble here, guys. Well, that's a lot of Stalkers, actually. Is MaxPax in trouble? Is MaxPax in trouble? Gets the tank. Gets one of the tanks. There's a bunker in the main base, too. Still down 10 workers. Spirit is going to pull the SCVs as well. He's got a lot of Marines. And the Marines may not have stim or combat shield, but this many, they pack a punch. Did the prediction end early? We are 6 minutes into game 1, mate. Do you think that it ended early? 6 minutes into the first game, is that early? I have people shouting at me 30 seconds into a game to close the prediction. It ended before the drop? Okay. Still 3 or 4 minutes into the game. How are we supposed to cheat? You're not! You're supposed to be an honest man. Alright guys, seems that game 1 is not going to be that short, as Spirit is dropping a 3rd CC in the back of his main base, and MaxPax will now be able to recover from all the probe losses he took in the beginning of the game. Loses another Stalker there though. It does start adding up. Like any TVP where the Terran was ahead in workers 6 minutes and 40 seconds into a game is obviously a good spot for a Terran player to be in. But this map is relatively big. Stalkers are great at controlling the pace of a game. And Spirit is not going with the Dolan approach of just trying to end the game early, pulling the boys, 1 stim, 1 combat shield. No, Spirit's going to take his time here in the main. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm lagging. Oh no, I'm lagging. Uh-oh. You're joking. Why am I lagging? Yeah, it's me. It was me for a split second. A little spike. I know I dropped some frames, but I'm still dropping frames. I'm lagging. Uh-oh. Why is this happening? Why is it happening in the main event, guys? Yeah, I don't know. That's okay. I'm actually worried because the armies are very close to each other as well. I hope it was just a one-time thing. We're blinking into the main base. It's a lot of stalkers and a lot of bios out of position. We throw down a scan to pick up the observer. And my fingers crossed that it stays good. Seems like it's stabilizing. Rico has been used. War Prism should absolutely fall here as Marines are going to stim and they do pick up the Prism. Sorry guys, I'm very distracted and stressed out right now. It's only a couple of frames. There's no one else here. It's just me using the internet. No, I'm home alone. Yeah, fingers crossed it was just a one-time thing. I apologize obviously if you guys had any lag. If we do have a disconnect, just know that I will do whatever I can to be back as quickly as possible. Damn it. It's like the first time tonight that we have a 9-minute game and both players can still win. And now we have some internet issues. I say that though, but this is a pretty terrifying Terran army. MaxPax has 8 gateways, +1 is done, charge is done. He can hold. With a good Guardian Shield, we can absolutely hold. But we need a beautiful Guardian Shield. We need to be decisive as well, mate. We can't run in and out of range of the Terran army. We go for force fields. I don't really like force fields here, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't like it at all. Shield battery is not going to make the difference as the pylon gets picked off. And that's a lot of probes falling. Sure, there are a couple of SCVs going down on the other side of the map to Zealots. But... oh, MaxPax. This is not the first time, by the way. I've seen MaxPax derp a little bit. As we could have a Widowmine drop, permanently cloaked Widowmines as well. Which means we need an observer. I don't see an observer. It goes from bad to worse. MaxPax doing whatever he can to pick up some reinforcements. Could get the tanks here. But yeah, getting the tanks is awesome. But it doesn't mean you can take care of all these bio units. As his Nexus is now dangerously close to falling, it will go down. Widowmines could fire again as well, and this bio army may get cleaned up. But MaxPax is a 1-base Protoss. And absolutely nobody wants to be a 1-base Protoss against a 3-base Terran. After 9 minutes and 55 seconds, we are looking at a 1-0 lead for the man who's just on fire at the moment, and that is Spirit. Now, it's the Hellion drop, obviously, that really did it this game. Getting like 17 probes it was. That's a ridiculous amount. I gotta say, I'm shocked to see it got 17. After MaxPax obviously had 2 adepts, and he loses the 2 adepts, which means you have less firepower at home. But you picked off 2 Hellions, you delayed the drop. And I think it's kind of obvious when you see like Hellion number 5 and 6 being produced, that the Hellions will go for some worker damage. But yeah, still got the job done. MaxPax tried to counter, couldn't quite get the amount of damage done that he was looking for. And in the end, the Terran army was too big. I still think that if MaxPax just goes for a Guardian Shield there, you warp in a couple Zealots, you have the battery in the back, Guardian Shield, you aim move. Maybe it's not the prettiest fights, but I think you hold. I think you keep all 3 bases alive, and I think you hold with reinforcements. So I was shocked to see him go for force fields there, because I don't think they did anything. And on top of that, like the force fields, they don't bother the Terran army that much. They only really bother the Terran army if there are like Colossus roasting every unit in front of a force field, or a million Zealots trapping all these bio units. But with tanks in the back, and it's not even a full wall of force fields, I don't think force fields are ever any good there. It is what it is. We're going to go ahead and hop into game 2 of our main event of the evening. Internet seems to be stable for now. That really gave me a panic attack, but I think we're good.
Round 2, fight!
In the top left side of Gresvan, we are looking at the main base of the reigning, defending, undisputed OSC yearly champ, the Prince of Denmark, Psystorm Gaming's MaxPax. Woohoo! Woohoo! In the bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of the man that is representing Kaisi Gaming, taking the 1-0 lead after 2-0ing Reynor and 3-0ing Gabe last Monday. This is Spirit. Is he in the shape of his life, guys? is Spirit coming in hot. We all remember that one Katowice, I think we all remember at least, where he eliminated Stats from the open bracket. 1 year after Stats made top 2 in Katowice, Spirit eliminated Stats from the tournament. But then I think he lost to Neep in the final round, so he didn't actually make it into the main event. But this right now, guys, could very well be the best Spirit that we have seen in a very long time. He 3-0'd Gabe last Monday, Tal'Darim. And they had played 15 best of 3s. Gabe won 11. Spirit won 3. That was the 15th series, is what I mean. And the 3 series that Spirit won was 3-1, 3-2, and 3-2. It was the first time in 15 series that he got a 3-0 over Gabe. And obviously only the 4th victory as well out of 50. So that was a big win. Gabe was pretty crushed. I love Gabe. You guys know I like to tease Gabe a little bit, but I never like to tease Gabe when he's down. And he was really down on himself last Monday, which made me sad. It's like, oh, so heartbreaking to watch when Gabe is just talking himself down. Kind of rage quitted the stream. I'm like, no. But we all know Gabe. He's a warrior. He will bounce back. No, it was only best of 5s. They have played like probably 50 series, including best of 3s and best of 1s. But only best of 5s. That was the 15th series. And before that, it was 11-3 in favor of Gabe. And the only ones that Spirit won were 3-1 and 3-2. I wonder if we will have another miraculous top 4 this year in Katowice. Obviously, last year we had Gabe making it into the semifinals. He was bigger than ever before. And he even took the 2-0 lead back then in the semifinals over Reynor. And he was looking good in Game 3 on the Glittering Ashes. He was looking very good even. You know, if Basilisk is looking for all 3 races, there's another top tier EU player that's currently alone in his team. But I think that is a marriage so strong you can't ever break it up, man. I don't even think that like FaZe or Optic could knock on Gabe's door, but Gabe will be loyal to Miles Sports. But you never know. I mean, I cannot give you guys any more announcements or teasers, but if you guys are wondering, Roddy, is this it for Basilisk? Is this the roster for the future? Yeah, I might know something that they are working on. I might know another guy, but we'll see what happens. UTs, I've heard that before. One Adept getting a couple of shots off on these Marines, but the Adept does get picked off, so overall it's a pretty clean defense, I think, by Spirit. 1 probe, 1 Adept, single Marine. Nothing too bad here at all. Good scout here by MaxPax. Just keep a close eye, guys, on the socials of Basilisk. That's all. That's all I will say for now. The doctor. Medevac is taking a very weird route here, guys. This is an awkward flight path. It's so awkward that it could very well work. No way. No way that this is working. No way that this is working, but it's kind of working. MaxPax. Okay, never mind. It's not working. For a split second there, guys, it looked like that was working out in an absolutely perfect manner. But in the end, MaxPax keeps track of the medevac. He knows. Whopping in a decent amount of stalkers here. He's going to keep 2 stalkers at home to keep this Wintermine drop at bay. Now, if you open up with a Wintermine drop, guys, it obviously means that tank production is a bit later. MaxPax is already going up to 3 bases. I feel like this is a change, though, in the way that MaxPax is approaching a lot of his TVPs. For a while, I kind of felt that it was all about just 2 base blink. Oh, Wintermine drop, Wintermine drop, Wintermine drop. He has committed. Medevac got shot down. Good job there, avoiding that shot. Wait, 2 probes have gone down, but this one has not fired yet. Does he know? Does he know? Does he know? Does he know? And he's gonna lose stalker now. Oh! Liquid Clem! Liquid Clem!
Liquid Clem!
No! Spirit! Oh my! No! How does it not fire? Are you kidding me? How did it not fire? It had like 17,000 light years to fire, but it didn't fire. It almost worked out, but it didn't quite work out, but that's okay. Obviously, still a very, very, very successful drop with the auto turret harass as well in the natural. And I feel like MaxPax did not get a whole lot done yet, guys. MaxPax did not get a lot done yet. He's going to lose the observer too. He's going to blink into the natural, get a bunker. Man, that should have been the greatest mine drop. It's still very good, don't get me wrong. Very, 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 very good. But it should have given us the big boom. How did it not fire? Spirit is 12 work is up though. MaxPax is going to try to do something about it. And he's going to try to do it right here, right now. He knows 2 tanks are in the main base. I thought he was going to go for it there, but he decides against it. Man, this is not looking good, guys. It is not looking good for the Prince. Yeah, no, you guys call me a tease. That Widowmine was the real tease. Plunkje thinks I love Rotterdam. Thank you, mate. That's very sweet of you. MaxPax needs to start turning things around, guys. He's not finding the damage that he's looking for. We'll find a few SCVs here. Loses a stalker. Nope, does not lose a stalker. I thought he would. I feel like he wants to send it. But Spirit is bulletproof. Our Polish Terran player. Keep an eye on him. If he continues this shape going into Katowice, I mean, maybe it's the year of Piotr. It's finally time for Piotr to pop off. I feel like long have we waited. But the results over the last 2 weeks, they have been spectacular. MaxPax unloading 4 stalkers in the natural. There's no room here at all. Oh, Spirit setting up already, guys. A flank. He's going to stim the Marauders forward. Push the stalks away. He's waiting, guys. He's waiting. Spirit! Spirit! Oh, we saw him setting that up from miles away. Snipes the prison with 4 stalkers inside of it. Unbelievable. Everything is working out for Piotr at the moment. Everything he touches turns into gold. MaxPax is in so much trouble. Gets a tank. I don't think he knows yet about the double drop. He has done a very good job in cranking out probes, but losing a war prison with 4 stalkers inside of it, that's so freaking painful. It's so expensive. He does have 1 observer here. Is he paying attention, guys? I'm looking. Yes, he is paying attention. But 2 stalkers is not enough. Maybe we should have gone for 2 High Templars. Feedback. Oh, we have some. Okay, no, he's fine. No, yes, no, yeah. Oh, War Prism, MaxPax. He's gonna send the Prism back into the front. This is a big drop, and it's a very, very little service area for these Zealots to do that thing. War Prism has unloaded 1 or 2 High Templars. MaxPax, this is so hard to hold. But it is doable. I think in the main base he's fine, guys. But is he fine against this monstrous Terran army in the center of the map with 3 tanks and a Widowmine? First ghosts are on the production tab. War Prism is still lurking in the shadows. Where is it? Coming in from the top left side. Here we go. It's not the entire army. Archon not quite helping out. Storms are good though. Storms are good. Very, very good. Good connections and great job in just placing them as a zoning storm as well. Making it hard for your Spirit to protect this tank. Kudos to MaxPax for not just dying there. I'm a bit traumatized as well after all the short games we've had. I'm like, no, not again. I don't know how many storms we have left. I think this is a little bit ambitious as a Protoss if you don't have any upgrades yet. I think Spirit is still in a pretty marvelous spot here, but it's a game. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. Thank you, Deathpool, for the 28 months. What a day, guys. What a day. Looking forward to my stream report of Stream Elements. Nice EMP on the Fat Observer. I gotta say, I don't know why observers are cosplaying as Roddy in this day and age, but they are. Basilisk question mark. Basilisk exclamation mark, mate. Nice bit of my shot there. Couple of Zealots getting a cancel on the CC that was being built on location. First Colossus on the way. No turbulence yet. I like where this game is going. Shaping up as a nice game of StarCraft 2. Sensor Tower finishes up. Tiny Sensor Tower, guys. As we have a Widowmine drop. Armory is done, by the way. Don't forget that the armory is done, so these Widowmines are permanently cloaked Widowmines. MaxPax, not paying attention. Aye, that's minus 14 probes, guys. Oh, that hurts. Damn it, I was so close. But at the same time, we have MaxPax running into the natural, getting another cancel. And he's gonna get on top of the Ghost Academy. That's lovely. Storm! Storm is good. Storm is good. No! Move command, what are we doing? Oh, nice Storm again, though. Maybe it was bait. No, it wasn't bait. That was a mistake. But it's okay. Did not lose all that much. Couple of Zealots coming in from the bottom, but those will get obliterated by all these bio units. MaxPax kind of derping a little bit with his main army. I'm just keeping an eye on their minimap often. If we have like a 12-13 minute game like this, I'm keeping an eye on the minimap and the army movement. I feel like MaxPax is a little hectic. He does not feel very chilled out. He does have a Colossus here. No battery. I wish we had a battery. A couple of Widowmines in the mix. SCVs are dying on the other side of the map, but that's not as important as his army. Can we get a big old storm? Oh, yes. Yes, Kevin. We can get a big old storm. I wouldn't hate another one, though. And we do get another decent one. If only with a battery, this would be easy. But maybe without a battery, it's easy too. More SCVs are dying. These Zealots are going to town on all these SCVs. And we are running through a minefield by the looks of it. But it's okay if you kill 26 SCVs and you get cancel after cancel on the 4th base. No trio. I'm pretty confident at this point, guys, that this right here is not going to be a trio. MaxPax. Basically no upgrades, guys. 1-0. 2-2 is almost done for the Terran. But who cares about upgrades? If you can land big old juicy fat storms in the heart of the Terran army. Storm good. I really want to play a bit more with Storm again myself. I think that Storm has more potential right now. That enhanced shockwaves has been removed from the game. For the people that like to tune in to watch a couple of competitive games of StarCraft but don't live and die StarCraft every single day, we recently had a patch. Very Zerg favored, by the way. Very. But we had a patch and the upgrade of the Ghost Academy has been removed of the game. The default EMP is a little bit bigger, but it's a lot smaller than it was with enhanced shockwaves. So maybe High Templars will really see a lot more success again in this matchup. Spirit is, I don't think, totally ready. That we did see one of these new EMPs go down. Also, guys, Graviton Catapult is back in the game. This is how you guys know that I'm not in charge of making patches. Because if I was, it would be back in the game, baby. 100%. Second Robo is finishing up, and now MaxPax also chrono boosting out his own upgrades. Protoss upgrades finish up a little bit quicker than they did in the past. That's also a new feature of the new patch. Something that I think Hero will enjoy a lot. People don't talk about it, but Hero already found a lot of success with basic gateway units, and now he can upgrade them even quicker. Awkward fight here, very awkward fight, but decent Storm. War Prism died though, with 2 or 1 High Templar inside of it. Not the prettiest fight by the Prince of Denmark, but it's okay. We have more Zealot run-bys. And all we need to do is just get a somewhat acceptable fight and not donate our entire army, and then we're okay. We are donating a lot. MaxPax is rich, and his upgrades are catching up. He's got batteries. He's got a cannon. He can make more robo units. He's got double robo. Shield battery overcharge also nerfed, by the way. I know the list doesn't end. Sensor tower nerfed too. Jeez Louise. Broodlords are faster, by the way, though, guys. Broodlords are faster. What's the hotkey to remove the observer UI? You mean the entire thing? Or you mean the production thing on the top left? The production? Basically, whatever you have open, you press it again. So if you want to show income, right, it's I. But if you then press I again, it's gone. If you press D, it shows production, but if you press D again, it's gone. So whatever you have open, just press it again. And then it works. And then you can show a little bit more of the game. This game is indeed very over, but Spirit is a fighter and we love it. I don't think it hurts. And he does still have 95 army supply. Obviously, if you have 95 army supply and advanced ballistics, you are a believer. I would be a believer too. We have a Nova flying forward. Nice split against the Nova. And one more Nova. It's only 1 or 2 Marines at a time. The final one is good though. And MaxPax is once more finding a few more SCVs. I think it's time for a guessing game, guys. How many SCVs have fallen to the hands of MaxPax in this game as one more medevac gets picked off? How many SCVs died at minute 17? I don't know actually. I'm gonna go with 71. Random guess. 54 is the winning guess. Ooh, I see a 55 in there. I did not see a 54. I saw a 53 and a 55, but no 54. I'm not on fire today with the guessing game, but that's okay. I wasn't on fire in anything today. Sometimes you just have a day, guys. It was so much excitement in the air. Wow, 100 probes, guys. Look at this. So satisfying. 200, 100, 100. Isn't that satisfying? That looks so nice. Won't stay like that for a while as the armies are dangerously close to each other again. MaxPax is just consuming the map. Spirit apparently likes Spain. Nobody told him the safe word. The safe word is Basilisk Serral, Spirit. You can end this anytime you want. Just say Basilisk Serral and it ends. But I guess he doesn't know. He does not know, so he wants a little bit of extra pain. Planetary Fortress is good though. Wow, good job with the SCVs by the way. But Stalkers are going to pick up the Liberators. More SCVs will fall. What? This planetary actually lives. That's insane. That is one of the best planetary saves that I've seen in a while. Now Spirit is going to come in from the top left side, but the army is always stimmed and undergunned. Not enough support, and we will not have a trio in our main event tonight. After an 18-minute and 30-second game on Gresvan, things are all tied up between the man who is the reigning OSC champion and the reigning European Weekly champion. Fun game. Good game. Obviously, at one point I was very concerned for MaxPax, but MaxPax did a good job in rebuilding a lot of probes and still kind of being active with the Stalkers. And don't forget, he lost that Prism, by the way, man. He lost the Prism with 4 Stalkers. Crazy. And we had that little Widow mine that could have. That mine should have. I don't know why that mine did not fire. It felt like it had plenty of time to fire. All the probes were clumped up. It could have been another Widow mine for the highlight reel of Spirit. Instead, it is a MaxPax victory. Obviously, great hold in the center of the map against the double drop as well. Having the right amount of Stalkers and Zealots to deal with that double drop. Sending the Prism back to the center and dropping a couple great storms. Just a very good performance by the Prince. Showing us why he is main event caliber. We know Spirit is as well. Fun game. I enjoyed it. And I think you guys enjoyed it too. I don't often see a Protoss win a game if they lose a War Prism with 4 Stalkers inside of it. No. Mixu against Epic was also 3-1. Well, I say also. I hope this is not a 3-1. It's live, by the way, guys. Like, there's a countdown. Don't worry. We've only had in 15 weeks all 4 best of 5s. So that is 70, right? Out of the 70 best of 5s that I showed you guys in the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts, we've had 3 replay series. And I always announce it way in advance and I'll repeat myself multiple times. 3 times. No. What? Oh my god, it is 60. What is wrong with me, guys? I'm so off today. I'm terrible. I think 15 times 4 is 70. Unbelievable. How stupid am I?
Round 3. Fight.
60, guys. Out of the 60 best of 5s we've had, only 3 of them have been replay series. And we always announce it way in advance. You know, I always used to hate the saying, like, oh, never do math on stream, when it was like very easy. Like 4 times 15 and stuff like that. And lately I've just been getting so many super easy, obvious things wrong that I'm starting to get behind it. But I've always hated it where it's like super basic stuff where it's like, oh, who has more map wins? Don't do math on stream. I'm like, no, it's fine. And now here I am, guys. Cannot do 4 times 15 anymore. Unbelievable scenes. Anyway. Bottom right side, the reigning European Weekly Champ. This is Skyzy Gaming's Spirit, our Polish Terran. Honestly, guys, today, because of I knew that the news would be announced of BASILISK joining Serral, and I knew that Serral was going to join for a series. I just felt I felt different, you know. I felt hyped, I felt excited, and I could feel that I was a bit less sharp in some things than I normally am. Just, I don't know, special day. Because it is a special day with a big announcement. In the top left side of Dragon Skills, we are looking at the main base of the man who just did what no other Protoss has ever done before. And that is win a game against the Terran after losing a war prison with 4 stalkers inside of it. This is MaxPax. That's 130, my mom. You guys can test me right now. Hit me. Hit me with your most basic math questions and I'll try to nail it, okay? No cheating. As we wait, what is this, by the way? What are we gonna do? What is this? MaxPax. So we have 1 gate fast spent. Chronoing and adapt. 55 plus 45, that's 100. Square root of 16. Now, I'm not very good with math terms, but if you mean 16 times 16, I think I can do that. What is that? I don't know. That takes a couple seconds. that I could do that, but that takes a couple seconds. All right, but we don't have a couple seconds, guys, because we have a triple gate opening. But there is a bunker and there's a ramp. I'm surprised to see a 3-gate opening on a map with a ramp. Can't believe Ents let Serral go. I don't think it's really about letting anybody go, right? It's more about contracts ending and a player getting a new opportunity. And Serral being excited about a new opportunity, starting a new chapter in his career, as he said earlier as well. You know, one player transfer that I was very surprised by, guys, a while ago, was Rotterdam going from Team Liquid to Shopify. Even though both teams are absolutely freaking awesome, obviously, and I love everything that both teams are doing for StarCraft. It just always felt that, like, once you Team Liquid, you don't go anywhere. And I spoke with Rotterdam about it, and he was like, yeah, I was happy with Team Liquid, they're awesome, but he's like, also some players, they just get stuck in the same team forever, and he's like, and I think it's okay not to be afraid of change and try something else. And I was like, yeah, I guess there is something to be said for that. Like, Team Liquid is awesome, Shopify is awesome, but it doesn't hurt to try and switch things up. And I think for Serral it was probably like that too. I'm sure that Serral could have stayed at Ents, and Ents was happy with Serral, Serral was happy with Ents, but sometimes it's also okay just to try to get yourself excited and give yourself a new challenge. Austin was on TL for a short time, to be fair. It wasn't as long as obviously Serral was on Ents, but if you're on Team Liquid, right, like, I think Austin is like the first guy ever to leave Team Liquid. Like, who leaves Team Liquid? Huck for EG, right? But yeah, like, normally you don't leave Team Liquid. You join Team Liquid and then you retire after many years of being awesome. Yeah, Huck left, but that was obviously all about like monstrous 6-digit contracts back then, right? Dario left TL, yeah, but Dario only ever left TL once he got a job as, you know, working at an office and being part of something bigger. He didn't really leave as a player to go from one team to the next. Anyway, that is about teams. I think it's cool to see that there is still some movement in the market. I think that's this is good for the scene. That's good for everyone. Also good for players that are still wondering, like, is that dream alive? And when you have organizations like BASILISK joining and having them sign players like Trigger at first, obviously exciting upcoming talent, but then a big heavy hitter like Serral, I just think it's good for the scene. Alright, we have a Templar Archives, a Robo and Charge on the way as we have a couple of pylons going up. A lot of spotter pylons here for MaxPax. I, as a Protoss guys, would not be happy at all with how this game has gone. Double Cloak Banshee. Robo not quite done yet. Uh-oh, this is going to hurt. Sorry, we were talking so much about teams and player movements and stuff. The Double Cloak Banshee is going to hit like a truck. And not any truck, guys. Stalk is going to blink into the main base. Ooh, that's cute, by the way, using a hallucinated Phoenix. Wow, first to get high ground vision, then to activate the Widowmine shot. But yeah, I don't really care how cute it is if you lose a million probes to Double Cloak Banshee. It is very cute. I did say I didn't like it as a product, by the way. Oh my god, that's so many workers going down. That is a ridiculous amount of workers going down. 21. I believe 50 Cent made a song about that. Sorry to tag you, but well, you can tag me all you want. That doesn't work. I have that disabled. But I read questions, guys. You can get my attention without doing @Rotterdam 08. You can just say like, hey, Roddy, or whatever. But I don't know if that's part of his contract. But I do know that Serral is working on getting new and better internet that will allow him to stream more in the future. But I highly doubt that Basilisk said, Yona, you can join, but only if you stream 75 hours a month. Like, I don't think that's how Serral rolls. I don't think that's how Basilisk rolls. Obviously, they did something like that for me, right? Where I was like, hey, Roddy, we'd like you to stream X amount of hours a month. But that makes sense because I'm a streamer. Serral does not join as a streamer. He joins as one of the best StarCraft 2 players in the world, if not the best. But there is a good chance that we'll see some Serral streams in the future once the internet gets sorted out. But I think that's only if Serral wants it. I don't think it's because Basilisk is going to force him. I just think it's because Serral will want to stream a little bit. Big forwards team as the Stalkers already used Blink a little while ago and they were in range of all these bio units. MaxPax guys is just in all sorts of trouble. And it turns out if you lose 20 something workers against a couple of Cloak Banshees and your 3-gate opening does not work out, you're in trouble. We do have Storm on the way. How many Templars do we have? 3. Do we have a War Prism? Not yet. We are going to need another miraculous hold from the Prince of Denmark. 10 seconds till Storm, but the reinforcements are on the way. Spirit full of confidence, building a CC on location. Serral is absolutely not moving to Age of Empires 4. That's a very silly thing to say. Alright, Shield Battery Overcharge has been active and Storm is ready. We drop a Storm, we kill a couple of bio units. Look at that Overcharge go, guys. Oh, War Prism so low on HP, but it lives. War Prism lives, gives us a tiny chance. One more juicy Storm, second decent Storm. Shame that these High Templars could not morph into an Archon. Because if they did, then maybe there was hope to stabilize. Maybe there was hope to survive. It would have obviously still been a very dire scenario, but there would have been a tiny chance. Unfortunately, the High Templars died before they could morph into an Archon. There goes an anti-armor missile. And GG gets called. The man who won the weekly on the Monday night will take the 2-1 lead here in the Grand Finals. I'm very surprised to see MaxPax open up with the 3-gate here. It's a map with a ramp in the natural, and Spirit is a guy that builds a bunker quite often. Pretty much always, so I didn't really like the 3-gate opening. But obviously everything could have been fine if the Robo was a bit quicker and we would have had an Observer a little bit quicker. We didn't, which means the Banshee killed 21 probes, and that obviously made it a pretty much impossible game for MaxPax. Spirit is just in amazing shape, guys. Spirit is, I don't even know what I'm watching. I like it, but I don't know what I'm watching. Like, if this Spirit shows up in Katowice, he can absolutely make it out of the open bracket. And maybe he can even do some very serious damage in the group stage. I know he plays Terran, by the way, guys. Not supposed to be doing well. But he's doing alright. Did alright against Reynor. Did alright against Gabe. And now he's doing alright against MaxPax. All 3 matchups. Easy for ends. Had a nice ring to it. It did have a nice ring to it. I am sure that we'll get something nice for Basilisk too. I'm not worried about that.
Round 4. Fight!
Absolutely not gnomish. Because I am very... As soon as... I was good in basic math when I was in elementary school and high school. But as soon as instead of just numbers they started adding characters, that's where they lost me. That's where I became like the worst one of my entire classroom, pretty much. Well, not the worst, but I was actually among the bottom 5 or 10. I was really bad. As soon as they started adding A's and E's and P's, X's, Y's, and Z's, I was out. I was like, I'm good with numbers, but I'm not good with that. Whatever you guys are doing right now. In the top left side of Neo Humanity, we are looking at the main base of the Prince of Denmark. He's down 1-2, but he defeated Beyond just a couple days ago in the OC Championships, so we know he's good in the matchup. Can he turn things around? Psystorm Gaming's MaxPax. Woohoo! Brep, Basilisk. Don't know. Not sure if I'm a believer. In the bottom right side of Neo Humanity, the man who just seems to be red hot. He is a Polish player. And we are a couple of weeks away from the biggest StarCraft 2 event of the year taking place in Poland, Katowice. This is Skyzy Gaming's Spirit. Banging with Basilisk is a go. I don't know, ask the Basilisk research group. I don't know if they are feeling that. I also don't really see Serral tweeting out banging with Basilisk every tweet he does. He doesn't tweet a lot, but he tweets when he wins an event, so a couple times a year. Meta Chobo, we've already mentioned that. No, I will never do that. I will never tell somebody to spend 6 weeks in a city with 10 million people if they don't enjoy living in a city with 10 million people. That seems like an insane thing to ask from anyone. Let Serral enjoy the peace and calmness and quietness that Portland in Finland has to offer. Let him be happy. That is different per team and organization, Boss Crow's crossbow. For instance, Team Liquid is obviously doing pretty alright when it comes to merch, but the majority of their income will still just come from investors and sponsorships that they have. But every organization functions in a different manner. Now, Basilisk is still very new, and I think in the future, maybe things will make a lot more sense. But right now, it's all new and exciting, and we'll see where it goes. Yeah, that's it's basically impossible to give you a straight answer because this is all very different. Every organization functions in a different manner. We have a Reaper and a Hellion walking into 2 Adepts in the center of the map. The Adepts are gonna go for the fight. It's a very awkward fight and slows a nice grenade. Very, very, very nice grenade there by Spirit. MaxPax right now has 1 Adept and a Phoenix, but he does have at least 1 shield battery. This Adept can, by the way, be a real Widowmaker.
1 shot, 1 kill.
2 shots, double kill. And we have a battery in the main base. I like it. I really like the battery in the main base, guys. Because it makes me feel that even the pros are just like you and I every now and then. Where it's like, yeah, sure, we can try to go for the optimal defense and save every single mineral that we can save. Or we can just get that safety battery in the main base and see if it's worth it or not. Oh, Widowmine. You know, no. You don't want to fly your Phoenix into Widowmine. MaxPax playing Phoenix Colossus here, guys, for the first time tonight. A strategy that he's found a lot of success with against Clem and against HeroMarine as well. I don't know if it's like map specific that he likes here, but yeah. Kind of happy to see it. Spirit is already gearing up with Cyclones and Vikings. But there's a tech lab. Will he go for another Cyclone? The answer is yes. Right now for MaxPax, guys, the most important thing is just don't take a very ugly fight with Phoenix on the other side of the map. Don't fly into a mine. Don't get locked up on by these Cyclones and lose a Phoenix or 2. As long as he keeps the Phoenix count as high as it currently is, keeps an eye on Spirit moving out, he's fine. I know, Fjant. Spirit is indeed popping off, but this game, right now, guys, I like it. I like it for MaxPax. Yeah, Lex Z has... Sorry, mate. Lex. I'm just going to call you Lex. That seems to be a bug. Obviously, if it's listed and it was in the previous mod... Oh, Widowmine. I think it's a bug and I think it will get fixed. But yes, the Cyclone has not been updated yet. There's supposed to be a change to Mac Field. It's supposed to be a little bit better against units like the Phoenix. So it's a serious move out. Careful. As long as he doesn't fly. Ooh, he could lift the tank. Oh, MaxPax does find the tank. He's gonna lift it. No SCVs inside to repair it. Are we gonna recall the Phoenix, by the way? I wouldn't hate that. As these armies are already gonna flirt with each other, or is MaxPax just gonna keep them here? It seems that MaxPax feels he doesn't need them. There is one Phoenix chasing down the Liberator on the left side. That's obviously pretty big as well. Double Immortal. Gets a cancel on the Nexus. Shoots. Okay, sacrifices one of that for the HeroMarine shot. I think it's all okay. I think it's all very acceptable. And don't forget that the Phoenix is still here. They could go for this army. They could force this army to take a fight that this army does not want to take. Now, there is obviously a third CC, like 75% done. I think MaxPax will still find a lot of success here. Not to worry, he's got a lot of energy on these Phoenixes too. He's going to lift these Marines. He's going to kill a Viking. I think Spirit is in serious trouble, even though, you know, he's got that third CC finishing up. The bunker is not even done yet. The Phoenix count is so high. We're looking at 8 Phoenixes in a 7-minute game. And yeah, don't forget there are still a couple of Immortal Stalkers, Adept Sentry, just like that. 7 minutes is all that MaxPax needs to punish the way that Spirit has played this game. And we are sending it to a game 5 at Decider. Yay! A 3-2, guys! Finally! Finally, I gave you guys a 3-2 series. I really lost my mojo, but obviously it was not the greatest game of all time, but MaxPax played very well, very patient. And I'm just happy to see him play Phoenix Colossus, because he's really good with it. And I feel like lately we've been a bit too heavy on the Twilight or the 3-gate aggression. Well, his Phoenix Colossus is very, very good. What MMR are MaxPax and Spirit? Both 7k. They have both been 7k players. I don't know what they are currently working with, but they play on different accounts, and they obviously play mostly custom games, I think, at the moment, especially Spirit, as he's getting ready for Katowice. And before the map pool was updated, like, these guys are so good that just playing ladder will not always give them good practice, so they set up custom games more often. Guys, Basilisk Big Brain Bouts number 15. That's 15 weeks in a row of Basilisk giving out $500 to, I don't know, countless pro gamers at this point. I think that's been awesome. I'm very happy with the milestone of 15, and I hope we can continue for a long time. Main event, final round. Enjoy it.
Final round. Fight!
In the bottom right side, the man who seems to be red hot at the moment with a couple of great results, and I really look forward to what he can do in his home country in just a couple of weeks at the biggest event of the year. Kaizi Gaming's Spirit. In the top left side, we are looking at the main base of the Prince of Denmark, who defeated Beyond to become the OSC yearly champ. And he's now trying to get a W in the main event of the Big Brain Bouts. Just a couple weeks ago, he defeated Australia. Can he win another main event? This man is always game, by the way. Whenever I ask him, he says yes before he even knows his opponent. This is Storm Gaming's MaxPax. Where did Basilisk come from? Basilisk is a relatively new esports org, but they started off in Valorant. And basically how it all started, guys, is that they were interested in joining a new esport, but they didn't know which esport to join. They were active in Valorant, and you guys know another lovely StarCraft 2 organization that's active in Valorant and StarCraft, and that's the Shopify Rebellion. So they spoke with TLO, and they said, hey, what about this StarCraft thing? And then TLO said, I'm a very busy man, but StarCraft is a great game, and I know a guy called Rotterdam. You guys should talk to him if you want to know a bit more about StarCraft. And so it all started. And that is now roughly half a year ago. Alright, Harsbo, you seem like a great guy. Keep it up, mate. And the rest is, as they say, history. Just a joke. Super funny. One Zealot running to the other side of the map is gonna already be a bit of a nuisance. Obviously, Babylon, guys, is a bit smaller than some of these other maps. This is gonna be hard, man. There's an Adept on the way as well. This is a disaster. It's actually a disaster here for Spirit, guys. The Zealot is here. Spirit did not scout properly. And I think you have to... Do you have to just cancel all of this? Or no? I'm just going to take it on the chin. This is not good. Absolutely fantastic start here for MaxPax. Spirit trying to be a greedy boy. Marine, Reactor, no scout. That's a lot of greed. And if your opponent randomly makes a Zealot, you're in trouble. And that is exactly what happened here. The game is not like 100% over or anything, but this is just bad. Now we need excellent defense. We have 5 Marines and a Hellion to fight 2 Adepts and a Zealot. Nice micro on both sides. Hellion does die though, but the Adept dies too. Alright. I think now Spirit might lose 1 more Marine, but that should be it. I don't think we have to lose an additional Marine. 7 worker lead on the side of MaxPax. But we all know that Spirit is pretty good in playing a defensive game. And it's pretty comfortable and leaning back. Ooh. Oh, he's going to try to do the Adapting. Will the Widowmine fire at the Adept? This is hard, this is hard, this is hard. And he does it. I never forget the last time I saw this, guys. The last time I saw it, I had SKillous in the chat. And SKillous was like, Rotti, it's actually pretty easy. I was like, oh, okay, well, I think it's hard. With Stalkers, it's easy. Yes, there he is. But Nikita, the next time that I saw you try it, you messed it up and you lost the Adept. I saw it. I remember it so well. You were making fun of me for hyping up this play. You're like, it's pretty easy. And then you tried to do it a week later and you messed it up and you lost the Adept. It was perfect. Alright, anyway, it's not the biggest of deals. I just get excited over little things, guys. It's the motto of this household. We have 2 Widowmines and 4 Marines. Oh, there is some potential here. Nice on burrow. There's another mine. Guys, mine shoots at the Stalker. Wow, Spirit already finding a lot more success with this drop than I thought he was going to get. Ooh, if you get the War Prism, by the way, that'd be fantastic. But he does not get the War Prism. Good job there by MaxPax, avoiding that with a mine shot too. Like, it may not be that much damage, but it's a lot of indirect damage. And obviously, you're buying time for yourself as well. Spirit is pretending there is still something. No. In this matter of fact, the matter of fact dies. Alright, Spirit, you know about the War Prism, you know about the Blinky boys. I wouldn't hate a bunker here. Where would I like the bunker, guys? Yeah, here. Sure, why not? It happens, Nikita, it happens. I just thought it was perfect. Alright, guys, 1 Banshee with Cloak heading to the other side of the map. I have the feeling that MaxPax is going to turn into a raging bull. The moment he sees this Banshee, he's like, bro, you're attacking me with a Banshee right now after the early game? And he's just going to go ahead and try to end it. Like, at first, it's probably, like, slow and steady. He now sees TechLab, sees Starport. Alright, Banshee's going to fly into the natural 4 Stalker. This is going to get crazy, guys. This is going to get crazy. This Banshee goes uncontested. But these Stalkers also have a lot of potential. Stalkers in the natural have a lot of potential. 3 base. Okay. Bad target fire there. We wasted a couple of shots on the Stalker, but can't blame Spirit. Obviously, he needs to defend against the Stalkers. Big Daddy tanks us. Best job I ever had. As it one-shots that Stalker. Okay, okay. Doesn't end, guys. We're stabilizing. We are stabilizing. 13 Stalkers, 1 Adept, 1 War Prism, 2 tanks, 16 Marines. MaxPax blinks forward, gets the tank. Repair, repair, repair. Oh no, no, no. We are not repairing the bunker. That's bad. There is a few more probes dying on the other side of the map. But losing the tank and the bunker is bad, Niels Bear. I know that much. Marine count is decent. Do we siege up the tank? Do we repair it? Okay, not needed. These Stalkers, by the way, were wiped in at home to deal with Cloak Banshee number 2. 2 probes died, 4 SVs died, a lot of lost mining time. Spirit still has a loaded bunker. Tank count only 1 though, against 15 Stalkers, guys. Ooh, that's hard. That is hard. It is difficult. There is hope, but it's difficult. Spirit does have triple CC, man. That's like, always gives you hope. But MaxPax knows there is no bunker. Blinking on top of this many Marines is not easy. War Prism. Unload a couple Stalkers in the bank. Tank is going to siege up. Tank gets 1 shot off. We have a couple of Marauders protecting Stim as well. 62 probes already for MaxPax, despite the fact that he has lost 12 of them in an 8-minute game. How's Utrecht, Nikita? Everything going well? I heard you had a great day with Reynor Sunday a week ago. The Italian misbehaving again? Huh? Orbital's gonna take a lot of damage. MaxPax seems to be more than content with just turning this into a 4 base against 2, soon to be 3 base scenario, and get further and further ahead economically. That was a bit of a weird blink, but yeah, this is a pretty big Protoss army, man. Spirit needs to be careful fighting this army. I think MaxPax can take this fight. Warp Prism is in the main base as well. This is a great fight for MaxPax and a terrible fight for Spirit. Spirit was not anticipating this. Seems like he killed the Warp Prism in the main base and a couple of units. Sure, that's a lovely little pickup, but losing the tanks, losing these buy units, that's pretty painful. Marauder's gonna stim forward and will push the Stalkers away. No more high ground vision. Losing those tanks though is so painful. It is not going to be easy for the reigning, defending, weekly champion to make something of this game. Spirit is going to try, but MaxPax, a man with a pretty good track record in the Big Brain Bouts, lost the main event against Clem in the very beginning, but won the most recent main event against Australia, is looking for another W, and he will get that W with these Stalkers, with these Zealots. And it was only a 9-minute and 30-second game, but with a lot of trading, MaxPax gets the dub. MaxPax gets the job done, and the Prince wins another one. GG's. Not the longest games, but still I think a very competitive best of 5, and obviously it went to distance. I think both players had their moments. I think Greswan was probably the best game. The fact that MaxPax won that after losing the Prism and all the Stalkers was pretty impressive. And that is going to do it, guys, for the 15th edition already of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. MaxPax wins the main event 3-2 over Spirit. We had Christiane winning 3-0 over Young Yakov in the co-main event of the evening. We had Epic making his debut and with a 3-1 victory over Mixu. And then we had a fun opening series of the night. That was a bit short, but it was still fun. And that was Dolan versus our Protoss. Mindo VK. There we go. It was a trio. I've learned my lesson. I cannot give Dolan Protosses anymore unless it's a Protoss that's like way better than him, because then I think it could be very close. But I think giving Dolan perfectly evenly matched opponents in TVP is a bit dicey. Thank you so much to the Basilisk Research Group for not only allowing me to run this event, but also gifting out a very casual, what was that, guys? 130 subs tonight? We had a lot of subs. We're not really running too many ads at the moment, but I still welcome all of you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy spamming my Roddy Rico and Roddy Ronda, the two best emotes that the channel has to offer.